I decided to go explore an old, abandoned school that had been left to rot for over a decade. I had heard rumors about the place being haunted, but that didn't stop me from venturing out there late at night. The school was located in a small, remote town about an hour away from where I lived. I'd done my research, and it seemed like the perfect spot for some creepy exploration. When I arrived, it was a cold, foggy night. I parked my car a few blocks away and walked the rest of the way. The streetlights were out, and the air was thick with an eerie silence. As I approached the school, I could see the faint outline of the building, the windows shattered, and the walls covered in layers of peeling paint. The front doors were wide open as if inviting me in. Inside, the atmosphere was unsettling. I walked down the dark hallway, my footsteps echoing through the empty space. The floorboards creaked beneath me, and there was an overwhelming smell of mold and decay. The lockers were smashed open, their contents scattered across the floor. Old books, broken pens, and abandoned belongings from a time long past. I felt a strange chill as I wandered deeper into the building. There were strange markings on the walls, symbols I couldn't quite make out, and the air grew heavier with every step. I reached what appeared to be a classroom, its door slightly ajar. Hesitantly, I pushed it open, shining my flashlight inside. At first, I didn't see anything unusual, but as my light moved across the room, I noticed something strange at the back near the windows, an old desk turned upside down with a faint smear of something dark across the floor. As I moved closer, I heard a soft sound behind me, like something dragging across the floor. I spun around, heart racing, but the hallway was empty. There was no one there. My mind raced. Maybe it was just the wind or some animal. But then I heard it again, this time louder, closer. It sounded like footsteps, slow and deliberate, coming from upstairs. Against my better judgment, I decided to investigate. I made my way up the creaky staircase, each step groaning under my weight. The further I went, the more unsettling the feeling became. The hallway at the top was dark, the only light coming from the flashlight in my hand. I reached the first room on the left and pushed the door open. Inside was a scene that made my stomach turn. A chair was tipped over, and in the corner, something moved. At first, I thought it was just a shadow, but then I saw it, a figure standing motionless, staring out the broken window. The figure was pale, its hair hanging in tangled strands, and it didn't even flinch when I walked in. "Hello?" I called out, my voice barely a whisper. But the figure didn't respond. It remained still, unmoving. I felt my heart pounding in my chest as I slowly backed away. The figure's eyes locked onto mine, and in that instant, I realized something was terribly wrong. The eyes were empty, hollow, and filled with a deep darkness that sent chills down my spine. Suddenly the room grew colder, and I heard the faint sound of whispering, as if multiple voices were speaking all around me. The whispers grew louder, more frantic, until they were deafening. I bolted out of the room, my breath quick and panicked, and sprinted down the stairs. As I reached the front door, I glanced back one last time. In the window above, I saw the figure again, standing motionless, its hollow eyes staring right at me. I didn't stick around to find out what it wanted. I ran to my car, started the engine, and sped away from the school as fast as I could. I didn't dare look in the rearview mirror. Whatever was in that school, I had no intention of going back, and I don't think I ever will.